Kia ora, and welcome to Finding Your Light Within, the channel that's dedicated to helping you find the true person that lies within. That's the way to your light, to contentment and peace and harmony in your own life. Today we're going to talk about the price that must be paid for following your dreams. Is there a price? And if there is, how much will it cost you? Let's get into it. But there's another element, isn't there? There's that inside spirit. You have to be the genuine, and I'd feel it inside of me, bursting with excitement, wisdom. Not just for me, you've got it as well. If you're new here, remember to click that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like my video today, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're thinking of changing your life, if there's something you want to pursue, you have some dream, some idea that you want to get to, let me know and I'll do what I can to help you get there. Because believe me, it's worth it. So let's get into today's topic, the price to pay for your dream. Life has this very interesting way of being serendipitous at times. And such a time happened this morning, actually. I was down at the beach having a surf, and when I came out, I went to talk to a couple of beginner surfers, and I discovered they were from Belgium. And so we were talking about New Zealand and what a fantastic place New Zealand is, and how great it would be if they could stay for longer. And one of the things that he said to me was that he's got friends and family back in Belgium that he would miss and want to be away from. And that is really the topic of our video today. Not about his friends and family in Belgium, but about the price to pay, the cost of your dreams. I always find it interesting how you have an idea for a video. I was going to do this one already today, and then this morning I met that couple on the beach and we had exactly the conversation that I'm going to have with you. Life does that sometimes. It just throws us up those opportunities. So, the price to be paid. What is the price to be paid? What do I mean by that? Well, I don't mean this stuff. Depends what your dream is. It might cost you some of this stuff, but it's not the type of thing I'm going to talk about today. Money is not the cost. The cost, best way I can describe the cost is to give you the example from my own life. I have moved my life overseas. I was born in England, raised in England. My parents still live there. My family's there. My brother and sister are there. All of my relatives are there. My close friends are there. The people I grew up with, went to school with. So those deep friendships from way, way back are all over in England. But I'm not there. I'm here. I don't get time to spend with my family. I don't have the chance to be with them. I don't have the chance to hang out with my friends and chat with them, go down to the pub. I miss out on that stuff because I'm here. I moved my life here to this moment, to this place. And so therefore, the cost to me is the chance to spend time with those members of my family and with those friends. So that's the cost, that's the price I pay. If something happens, I cannot easily jump in the car and go and see them. If someone needs help, I can't get there. It's just too big a deal, right? I have a job here, I have my life here, and so I'm here. So that's the price that I pay for my dreams. That's what we're talking about today. There's a concept. I remember this when I went to night school to study accounting when I was 19, 20 years old. And I remember I had to do an economics paper as part of that accountancy qualification. We did a study of opportunity cost, or the concept of opportunity cost. So let me just describe what that is for you. It's quite simple, really. So I'm going to get my $20 note again. So here's my $20. If I have $20, I might buy this thing over here, or I might buy this thing over here. Both of them cost $20. I can buy one or I can buy the other, but I cannot buy both. So by buying one and committing to one of them, I have lost the opportunity of buying the other one. Or at least now, I might have to wait and do it some other time, right? So I can do one thing or I can do the other, but I can't do both. I have to forego one of those things. So it's kind of like an opportunity cost. Economically, it's measured in terms of finance and money. Our pursuit of our dreams, what I'm talking about today is it's intangible. It's not money. It's time, really. It's time and opportunity. And your dreams are going to cost you that. So I moved my life overseas. I didn't mean to move overseas. I had the opportunity initially to move to Budapest and to work for the company I was working for on an international assignment. So it took me overseas. But by moving over to Budapest, I was no longer with my family in England or my friends in England. And so I missed the opportunities to spend time with them, but I was making new experiences and new friends in Budapest. And so that's the cost that you pay. Another way of thinking about it is we'll marvel at people who excel. We'll talk about sports, Olympians, people who get gold medals and are world champions and those kind of people. And we marvel at them. Musicians, we marvel at or artists, painters, we marvel at their artistry and creativity. But they are putting in hour upon hour of dedicated time to their profession. So they gain mastery of it and they become the best that they can be. By doing that, by putting that time into their hobby, their sport, their passion, they can't put that same time somewhere else. So they pay the price as well. Their dedication costs them the chance maybe to go to the pub, to go out for meals with people, because they maybe if you're a sports person, you have this strict dietary regime, right? So you can't just go out and drink some beers and wines and and party and do all that stuff, because you are following your passion. And because it's your passion, it's coming from in here, right? It's coming from the heart. And so therefore, you pay that price. You can't have both. If you try to get both, what happens? You end up somewhere in the middle, don't you? You sort of do a bit of this, and you sort of do a bit of that, and you're spreading things out a little bit more thinly. So if you want to go for your dreams, and you want to exceed, and you want to reach that high level where you want to get to, you have to forego something. And the thing that you forego is the price that you will pay for your dream. So will your price of your dream be the same as my price? Well, the answer is no. I don't know what your dream is, and I don't know what it's going to cost you. You can drop me a comment and let me know if you like. Maybe you have pursued your dream and maybe it cost you something. Let me know. I find it very interesting to know. Just remember, just thinking then, I recall when I quit my career. So I was working for IBM, the corporate IT organization, and I was doing pretty well, had a good career going. And when I turned my back on that, people said to me, why don't you miss the money? Why don't you miss having nice things? And the short answer is no, I didn't. I thought I might. During the first year after leaving, I sort of felt like, what have I done? Well, I had moments where I thought, what have I done? And I questioned it. But actually, I kept going. I kept following my heart and what I wanted to do. And it was never the pursuit of money. I didn't pursue the money. I never worked for IBM in the first place because of money. I worked there because that was just happened to be a childhood dream of mine. And that somehow, don't ask me how, it worked out. Because I didn't actually plan it. It just came. So I didn't miss the money because I was going in pursuit of some other thing that had held deeper meaning for me. The price I paid in that situation was, and still is actually, continues to be, that I am not financially independent and fully financially secure, which I may well have been after earning a larger salary for the last 18 years or so, whatever it's been. So there was a price that I paid. I can't afford to go and buy a flashy car and things like that. Not that I particularly want to, but if I can't, even if I wanted to. Whereas before I could have done. So that's another price I've paid for my dream. So the question now is it worth it? Is the price you pay worth it? Well, I don't even have to think about it because I know the answer for me is a resounding yes, it is worth it. And the reason I know it's worth it is because I have absolutely not one single regret about what I've done. Not one. And that doesn't mean that I don't love my family in England, or I don't miss my friends in England, or that I don't want to hang out with those people and I don't want to see them. But what it means is that this thing inside of me, this path and this journey that I had to go on, holds such deep meaning for me in my life and on my journey that I had to pursue it. And it means more to me than all those other things. It doesn't mean I don't love them, but it means this is authentically my life. And I had to find it. It held such deep significance for me that the price that I had to pay is worth it. And the other thing, it's not just about the price, because if it was always about what I've given up to get this thing, you probably wouldn't do it. And I didn't know this was going to happen to me. I did not know when I turned my back on my career and gave up and moved away overseas and went backpacking and started all these things. I didn't know what was going to happen. It was a gamble and a chance. But what I can tell you happened is that I discovered the truth for me, and I found my light within that I couldn't find before. And I live in the moment, and I live now, and I live with absolute contentment of where I am and what I'm doing, because I chose it. This is what I chose, so I cannot possibly regret anything that I've given up to obtain it. It's just that simple. I cannot tell you what you're going to find if you go in pursuit of your life and your dream. But what I can say is if it's authentic for you, if it's actually the thing that is your dream, you will not regret it. And the price that you pay won't actually feel like a price. It's not a burden. It's not a burden. It's just that you have to realize that to gain something, you must give up something. That's just the facts of it. But it's worth it. It truly is worth it. And I just can't think of how to describe all the things I've done and seen and the places I've been and the experiences I've had. I mean, they are... I'm so blessed. I can't tell you. But also, here's a thing that's just come to me. So I do these dynamically. Nothing's ever scripted here. I have an idea and let's go for it. But here's another thing. I've never been married. I've never had children. Those were my dreams when I was much younger. And they still are, actually. I still want to become a husband and a father. It's never worked for me. Partly because I kept moving to pursue my dream, my goals. So that price I've paid is quite large in that degree, right? But again, I don't regret it. I cannot regret it because, how can I express this? I found a greater love, a more holistic, a more whole way of seeing life through the path of my journey. because I'm living my authentic life. I became a school teacher, and I think a large reason for that was to have that fatherly experience, that to get through that paternal instinct, and to be able to give love and nurture as part of being a human, right? And not just a human, but as part of being alive. So I've done it in a different way, and I still hope that that I get married one day, and I still hope that I have my own children. Although I'm getting a little bit older now, a little bit older, he says, getting quite old now, and probably that's passed me by. But I don't regret what I've done, really don't. My advice here is live your life. Whatever you need to do, whatever your price that you think you're going to pay it. Because if it's true for you, if it's your true path, if it's your true dream, if it resonates with you in here, it will not be wrong and you will not regret it. And all those things that you forego to achieve it, it will feel okay for you. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate that you spend the time with me today. So remember to subscribe over here and check out these videos over here. See you next time.